Already welcome back. I hold shift with Millsy, and we have got the North American Battalion Quick Cup going on, presented by The Plays with prizing support from Maturino. We'll be jumping into round 2. We'll be on Manorhouse. We'll be taking a look at Sedated, joining with our previous winners in TAUNT. Should be a pretty good one. A lot of people kind of looking at TAUNT potentially being the underdog, obviously, but a lot of surprise potential here for these guys.
Yeah, that last map, they were able to take control really early and just start to steamroll the other team on the last map, like I said. So we're looking to see some good performances out of these guys as they're already warmed up and ready to go.
Indeed, just a couple of shots over the middle. Very close here is going to be Pride. He's going to have quite a task in front of him. There is a little bit of a gunfight happening over the middle with all of these, again, automatic weaponry, just opening guns coming through. You will be looking at SH, also known as Shane, as we'll be referencing him. He's going to be making the rotation all the way back from B, as this is a full committal over here to A, and pretty well received for the time being. Still a 2-on-3. Bomb site has been broken. Seth, looking to try to trade away, is only able to take down 2, but even still, that's definitely worth his life.
And Shane, as we have the cheeky trench gun sitting in a barn, waiting for Lizero just to peek out just a hair. There's no bomb is down in center site, so they're just going to be sitting there waiting for the bomb plant sound. Lizero's kind of got his back up against the wall right here between these two players, so Tanaka and Shane are just playing this kind of just perfectly right here.
And you have to almost wonder, do you just go for an aggressive challenge? He's going to toggle the bomb, see if you can bait out somebody to at least peek, just for a small moment. Just give me an opportunity, he's saying. And, well, nobody was fooled by that. So you can plant the bomb all you want. Here's the second toggle. Now Tanaka will take a little bit of a look, and he's found himself a thigh, able to take 2 shots, and then an easy trade for Shane, able to pull out the shotgun for a headshot.
As Shane, like I said, sitting on that shotgun in that A barn position will be very, very difficult to deal with. He does pick up the M1 carbine as a secondary, so that should be huge. Picks up his tacticals and then donates the rest of his monies to his teammate. As we see the Axis picking up the first round here in match number 2.
As this one typically goes, defensive side at first, but we'll see how there's going to be a response. And again, not a lot of investment coming out of our allied team of TAUNT. Looking just to essentially spam over the middle, and then nothing but grease guns and 3 M1 carbines. So a very basic loadout rolling forward, and Seth is able to find the first blood with an MP40. That's all happening over the middle portion of the map. Ari, what can she do? Essentially waiting to get this bomb picked up. A couple smokes, distracting over the middle. We'll at least allow this peek over towards the B cross, but Ari not seeing anything. We'll just back away. The bomb now leaning back towards Fountain as Lifes will start to swing it towards B house.
And as he comes running right into Shane with that trench gun sitting into the house on B side, and we see him kind of start picking and thinking that they're going to be heading toward this B side as Ari does go down, but Tamale does trade back out onto Pride, and we have a 3v4 situation here. Like I said, with the bomb kind of focused toward the B bomb site as the top clock is ticking down, and we sit at 50 seconds now at 47. And Pinecone getting a pick onto Tanaka, and then run into Shane. Shane whiffs the shot, and Pinecone able to punish the whiff. See Seth on a huge flank right here. Let's see if the guys will turn around. It'll be up to Tamale to turn around and get the pick. Tamale runs right into the MP47. Seth picks up 2 huge frags. It's all down to Pinecone. Pinecone does pick up the kill onto Wilkes. One-on-one situations. Both players are regening health. Pinecone almost full, and now he is full. Pinecone playing his life now. As we see Seth pick up the trench gun. See toggles the bomb.
Oh, they're going to go right around each other. Little ring around the rosy here coming through as Pinecone will come from the double doors. And Seth will meet him. That'll play nicely. A little hip fire from the MP40. Easy defuse time. Seth finding himself 4 that round. That will be very bountiful for his team going into the next round, and round number 3 up 2-0.
And Seth sitting on 10 coins from that round and able to pick up a frag grenade even from the dead body of his teammate. So he's going to only have to invest 1 coin onto himself for a smoke, and the rest he can give to his teammates. That is an absolutely huge play, as Seth is just pretty much being a bank right here.
Yeah, he is absolutely just serving as Mr. Moneybags at the moment. And, well, for Pride, he's able to find himself enough cash to pull out the sniper defensively. It will be mimicked by Tamale. We've seen what he's been able to do. It'll be the Springfield and a long A hit. Nades will come over the middle, not quite able to connect anything defensively for Sedated. So TAUNT looking to make their way through, but Pride able to find RA first and foremost. A nice little headshot over towards long A.
See Tamale holding the scope back, watching the back barn area of the A long here, and little do they know, all the players have actually backed up, playing this position a little more casually. Chills does pick up Pride on the slightest of angle, as he was sitting more toward the spawn area of A. And now we see a full commit with the nades coming in for the Allies onto this A site and see if they can finally break through and get one round here.
Well, it's going to be on Wilski. He will find the first one. No, actually, just underneath the hay bale, his life is able to just dive right on in. A big win there as Wilski had 2 lined up, not quite able to find the shots. Chills overlooking with the Garand. And now it's up to the retake as the bomb does get planted 3-on-3. And well, Seth is in a really interesting spot as he's right around the corner from Lives. And we'll try to aggro peek this one, see one in the corner, but Life is ready for it. So now for Shane and Tanaka, how do you take this? Shane able to find one with a little bit of support from Seth's opening shots. And we'll smoke off the back barn. So now it's going to be down to how do you rotate through here. And nice shots from Shane, able to find another. One more is on the heady, and Shane finds all 3. Yeah, you'll take that one for a tryout. Why not?
What in the world? Shane coming absolutely, like, coming up huge right there with a big plays with MP40, able to just trade out his teammates, which is the best play you can do. Shane coming up huge with 3 frags in that round. Oh my gosh.
Big moments there is, again, it's been a lot of success, honestly, opening up these bomb sites for Taunt. It's just the retakes are coming on single plays. First, it's Seth, then it's Shane. Sharing the wealth a little bit as far as who's going to be the multi-killer this round, as it will be Pride taking up a sniper rifle, will be helped and matched up with Tanaka. Nobody will be full-out sniping, though, for our allies for Taunt, so looking to play maybe a little bit more aggressively. Smoke will cover everything over the middle, and one Garand for Chills, able to count down Wilski, who is finding himself an aggro peak.
Ooh, Seth takes down Ari in a very, very cheeky on the top barn area. We do see Tamale with the scope overwatching that cross to the mid kind of B area. He might see a player coming into his grasp. No, he's just watching that B angle. Saw him jump up there. Tamale's not going to be able to pick him as Tamale does right back around, watch the more mid area with that scope.
And lingering over towards B still is Tanaka. Seth able to find another first blood, or I guess that would be technically a second blood. Over here towards A in the middle. And with Pinecone going down, you're looking at a 4v3, and you're really looking at Tamale to potentially find a pick here. Under 60 seconds to play for the round. Bomb is swinging back around towards bomb site B. Players here defensively will be Shane. If he's even going to need to use anything, he will find... No, he will not find one. Had a couple lined up. Not quite able to find the shot needed, though, with the STG. Overnade won't find anything, but Tanaka was able to help with the cross, and both players for Taunt have to wait for the regen, which they will do, and now it just comes down to how do you hit this, because they're stacked just outside of this B house, and you're kind of waiting for the smoke to dissipate, so Tamale might be able to find an angle.
Yeah, I really like the positioning of Shane here. Shane and Seth both, with their positioning on B site, just playing it almost in like tandem. Shane's pressed up pretty hard. And oh my gosh, getting the cheeky jump shot onto Tamale, and he knows the last player is going to be there to see if he can peek him down. And as he jumps for the jump, he doesn't see him for the timing. Lizer does take down Shane, as time does expire with this round with Axis. With a 3-1 advantage, coming with their 4th round here as we go into round 5.
Life was able to at least pick up a sniper rifle before he ended that round, so he finds a little bit of value. Not going to be able to help out too much as far as donations go, but not the worst case scenario for the economy so far for Taunt. But you look at Sedated, they're fully stacked up. STGs, 2 snipers, a bunch of grenades. And, well, it's looking like everything's turning up in their favor for potentially this round, as they have, again, a very big advantage in the weaponry department. Although there is a couple M1 Garands coming out. There is a Thompson also for life, so he's got some opportunity to play around with some different utility in his weaponry. And Pride able to find the first, and, wow, that was one heck of a quick snipe.
Yeah, Price in that back barn has been a nuisance all the way, but he gets traded out by Tamale with a jump shot there. We see a huge kind of focus toward the A site now as the bomb is actually rotating out, going more toward that mid area now, as we see Wilkes just chilling on the A side, watching long and playing it patiently as he should. But Seth, in this huge pushed up position here, has got so much information for his team here. As he sees, we're about to see a player run right into his crosshairs. And he doesn't see it because he's ADS Pinecone, able to take down Seth in the mid area. As Shane now aggressively peeking that B area, does see the players cross into B, so now he's going to be calling in the rotation as he's tagged down and actually taken down by Chills.
Such a tough spot to be in when you've already been figured out, because you can essentially just hold that angle and spam through that board, and that's exactly what Chills does. So now for Wilski and Tanaka, they're going to have to rotate in as the bomb will be planted close to this. Is actually Tanaka trying to hold an angle towards the B barn, just looking for someone to peek him, hoping and praying for a miracle peek, but no one's going to offer themselves up, and now all of a sudden Wilski is in a close corner. Will he check the angle? And oh, Pinecone completely whiffs. Headshot from Wilski will help out, so now all of a sudden the 2v4 turned into a 2v3.
This is looking a little bit more doable now. Wilski picking up his first kill. Tanaka being able to take out Chills and Ari. And tomorrow, Tanaka, you need to take a seat. Oh my gosh.
Yo, what? Someone put a leash on this kid. Are you kidding me?
Tanaka.
The first one, I believe, was a full-on no-scope. I didn't see it from his perspective. That's what it looked like. And then as I swapped back over, at least from my perspective, the 2 quick scopes immediately after. And holy cannoli, what a play from Tanaka.
I'm speechless. 3 kills in rapid succession with the scope. Securing that round again for the accident. A round that looked so bleak and looked so tangible for the Allies. Yet again, just out of grasp for them. Just absolutely insane. Their post plants, they've got to work on their post plants coming up against the Sedated team.
Tanaka essentially being an ultimate glitch on the map from that last play. Full stack heading over towards the Manorhouse. Leaning towards A as the bomb, but Wilski is able to beat a mid-round nade, and Seth from across the map actually able to find an MP40 headshot on Tamale. That'll play. So now as far as how do you approach this, essentially 0 map positioning whatsoever for TAUNT as they're completely bottled up, and Wilski's happy to just hold hard angles. He's found himself another kill. And for Life, trying to work his way out, already trying to do the same, but she's just trying to spam through windows, hoping for what would be an ambitious shot. And yeah, now it's just full surround. Life by himself needs to make something happen or try to hold off this position to at least try to survive into the next round with this weaponry.
Yeah, Shane just pushed up way too aggressively into the from the B bomb site and just had that flank angle just totally covered. So that round was just lost with those opening picks. Like you said, 0 map control for the Allies, and that just that round very much spiraled very quickly.
And again, now you take a look at the economy, it's just going to be smokes. Nobody could afford a grenade for TAUNT, so you will get a couple of BARs, a couple of Thompsons, also a Springfield, but it's going to have to be done with the weaponry and just good set smokes. We have yet to see really a full execution as far as a full take goes for TAUNT, mostly because, again, Youth has been dealing with so much pressure from the nades and the sniper rifles of Sedated, and Pride has already found himself a very aggressive angle all the way through long A, which is actually going to mean, hey, if we can rotate to B, there's nobody here at A, and that's exactly what's happening. Shane, again, will be the first one to respond to this one up close. Tanaka able to assist from afar as he's able to find himself the first blood on Tamale.
I see Tanaka holding this angle on B long here with the scope. You see Shane in the small house position, watching over Tanaka's mid area. Like I said, these two are working in tandem like so well on this B defense here. As Pride does take down Live0 from the flank, they have got to deal with Pride. It's not looking good. Tanaka able to take down Ari, and now Shane with the YP coming in from Chills. He's going to be taking out Chills with a quick headshot. And I think this round is pretty much mopped up here. Sedated not looking too good on the ally side.
Well, Pinecone has an opportunity. He's actually slipped in behind, so there might be an opportunity to at least take a couple of players off the map, but he's going to have to do so in very quick succession because, honestly, as soon as he finds a kill, everyone will come through, but Wilski absolutely turns on Pine. Sit down. 7-0 the score.
Oh, man, Wilski is coming in with a jump peek and just sprays him down from the hip. Says, no, sir, you will not get this kill. You will not get my gun. Thank you for coming. Try again next time.
Well, 7-0, and a lot of expectations for TAUNT are quickly being stifled here, as it again will be just a stock 3-credit round. BARs will be at least 1 M1 Garand, but beyond that, it's nothing but smokes. So, again, not a lot of utility here for the allies of TAUNT. And against all this sniper rifle pressure, literally every single player on the map for the side of Sedated has a sniper, with the exception of Shane, who's happy with his STG and Thompson combination, and all of them are dealing with a very hefty bank as well. And again, you need to find a way to take a round. This is where Battalion becomes very difficult when you're at this much of a deficit and you need to win a round, because otherwise you just get snowballing from here.
Yeah, Seth again being with the aggressive peek from the top bar and is able to take down Ari. Ari yet to find the groove here. Still sitting on 0 frags, 7 rounds deep into the game. Not looking too good. Just needs to shake it up, get everything in the back, and just keep pushing. Pride with a 3K. Finally taken down by Tamale as like almost a last-ditch effort of Tamale now hauling over to the A site, watching his back, and he's going to be pushed by Wilksy here in the backside, and see if he expects it and see if he can stiff him out. As Wilksy pushing in, and Wilksy just tells him to have a quick seat.
Well, Millsy here, this is what I'll essentially say about all this. Like, obviously this is a very one-sided affair when it comes to the gunfights, but for the allied side of TAUNT, You just have to make a committal call. They're just staying way too passive over the map. It's a couple of smokes at the beginning just because, hey, we've got smokes, let's throw them. You have to set something up here. We have yet to see any kind of a concentrated effort towards any bomb site in the last 3 rounds, at least off the rip. So now you'll actually be able to use Tamale with a sniper, but again, no grenades besides smoke. So you have to find a way to utilize these smokes to isolate out these snipers and find a push and hopefully get yourself at least some success at the bomb site, because you cannot continue to let these 5-0 team vibes essentially keep happening.
Yeah, I feel as if they're kind of giving them a little bit too much respect for the map control, and we see Pride with another pick on a Damali, and Shane picking up Ari, Tanaka picking up Chills yet again. This was more of a B commit this round, but they're just losing the gunfights. Pride takes on Pinecone, and it's all down to Lizer with the trench gun, and Steph's gonna...
Oh my god!
Steph's just gonna mop him up real quick and tell him to sit. Oh,
yo,
my
what?
goodness.
That shot was silly. I don't know if we caught that on stream, but that was about as 180 as it gets, right over the top of logs. And again, you know, it's a tough decision because you get the 3 coins every single round. So essentially you can keep doing BARs and smokes. But at a certain point, if you're the Allies, you just got to come out with grease guns, try to build yourself an economy, have a save round, and give yourself some weaponry you can deal with. Now, finally, a couple of M1s will come through with a couple of BARs. But again, no grenades, no frags. Only 1 more smoke left, and with that level of utility going up against all these sniper rifles, it's just not enough to break, especially against just how skilled this Sedated squad is.
Yeah, as you see Shane, he's really far pushed up in the B area. We do have the Allies holding back, watching the flank here. I believe that is Lizer holding back, and just the timing of it, Lizer gets taken down by Shane. Like I said, they're giving too much respect and too much map control away to the Sedated side here. Taunt really just needs to take control of this map, and you know, like you said, build an economy and just build an economy and get some rounds on the board. They're sitting at a huge deficit right here, and it's, like you said earlier, it's snowballing right now.
Indeed. Easy headshot for Shane from behind as they've completely trapped, although Ari will finally get a kill for their team. But that's only a marginal bit of silver lining, because honestly, this is a pretty impossible situation, and Ari has no idea which doorway to watch. And well, they're going to be in a little bit of trouble here because there are players all over the place, just spam shots coming through, and Wilski will find the last kill. But yeah, again, even if you're going to come out with Thompsons and smokes, you just have to save those smokes, use them all together, and just get in there. Someone has to be the entry fragger, say, at least I'll come in here with a Thompson or a trench gun. At the worst case scenario, trade my life out, and hopefully we get a bomb site. And again, that effort has not been really realized whatsoever yet.
Yeah, like you said, the trades are not coming in for these guys. They're holding angles solo, pressing in solo, and they're not having the trades, not playing as one singular unit to take a site, this whole entire side. And it's kind of evident with the score. We see Pride, he's going to take a quick jump peek here. Does get a little bit of early nade damage onto. We're going to see the peek coming out here. As Ari does take down Wilski here in the mid area. So there we go. They have a pick, and they've already taken control of the mid and A site here.
You got to push through. You cannot allow this rotation to come to the backside of spawn, though, for the access of Sedated, because they'll find a couple of angles, and Ari's going to dive on forward, but this is not the weaponry that you want. Although able to find one up close, but Tanaka finds the headshot before Ari can really trade back in their aim. But again, now all of a sudden, with the bomb not being fully planted, Chills is going to have to make a play. Pinecone and support. The smoke has completely dissipated, and at least fortunately for Pinecone, he finds one through that A barn on long. So it's going to be just a double hit coming over the middle trench.
I see Tanaka with the scope, watching the A side. Chills just takes down that Shade and Tanaka. Finally, Chills popping off for his team, picking up those last 2 kills, and finally the Ally is able to pull around out of this half. But Ship, you gotta ask yourself. You gotta ask yourself, is it too late?
Absolutely.
I mean,
I'll quickly jump on the answer for that one, Millsy. It's absolutely too late. You would have loved to have seen that happen about 3 rounds ago. If you can salvage, I would say if you could have salvaged 3 rounds out of this half based on how it was going, I think you would consider that a success for Taunt. But now looking at a 10-1, and again, Sedated can essentially full buy again for the next 2 rounds straight if they want to. This, again, just too difficult. Tamale will open things up with a pick. That happened over the middle, so that might open up some space to maneuver, but the bomb is actually leaning over towards A. The player here defensively will be Pride, and he's been good on this long A angle so far, and he'll find the rear end of Ari as well.
Yeah, those are super unfortunate. Ari was actually in the way of Livesroll. Livesroll was holding that back barn area, and just the body of Ari got in the way as Livesroll, or not Livesroll, excuse me, Pride peaked that angle. Super unlucky with the timing, but they've got to keep pushing. Oh, Seth takes down Chill with a nasty shot from the bomb site.
It's just too slow. Again, you had frag grenades, you had smokes. You need to, as soon as you know where Pride's is, you have to do exactly what they're doing. Just double challenge. Someone jump pick, someone follow up. Force them to use their utility. Try to isolate this sniper. Not an impossible situation, but okay, well, never mind. When you're hitting shots like that from Life, or pardon me, from Pride, it's just down to Life now, and he's been shoulder peeked. He'll go for a knife for just some flavor and fun. We'll actually be able to bail out with the smoke, and he's got the bomb to play with, but time is not his ally underneath 30 seconds.
Yeah, sitting at 25 seconds up against Wilski and Tanaka with the sniper holding the back barn area, Wilski holding the main entrance of archway there, ticking down to 15 seconds with the smoke wing in the back barn. Not really going to be looking too fun for you.
Yeah, that was not the smoke that he wanted either, because he would have loved to at least smoke off the back. Wilski ready for it with the Thompson. And that will be the half, 11-1 for Sedated, looking really clean. But again, I think this is more just one of those things that if you go back and rewatch this for TAUNT, if this is the roster that you're going to keep going forward in the North American scene, you have a lot of things to learn from. And honestly, it just comes down to how much utility is just left in their hands, or the fact that they use them early and you don't find anything besides just a little bit of distraction to not get sniped off the rip. You have to be using this utility on allies across every single map, really. Just try to open up a bomb site, try to separate somebody, isolate targets. You're not going to come in and find a 5-0 like you might do in ranked. These are really talented players who have a lot of experience, and you have to use your utility to try to displace them.
Yeah, and we see a huge B push coming out from the ally side here. Sitting on 11 rounds. Wilski is taken out by Livesroll here, and Pine pulling up, got some damage onto Shane. Not able to trade out that frag quite yet. Pine goes actually shot from behind from Tanaka as they are aggressing onto this B-bomb site.
And there you go, nice little bait and switch onto Ari as Pride is able to find one Tanaka as well, and a nice little headshot from Pride. That was actually pretty cheeky. Last player left will be Tamale. And well, the Luger will not get it done there against Tanaka's Grease Gun. 12-1 the score on set point.
My God, that quick 180 from Pride there with the headshot with the M1 was actually disgusting. Oh man, scoreline being 12-1. We're just gonna see Sedated go for the full buy and for the win here. Being on match point. We have a couple of trench guns coming out for the Axis side, which could be pivotal.
It's gonna have to be. Tanaka's got a sniper rifle though, and we've seen what he's been able to do with it. And we'll try to find full use of it over the middle. No one's peeking, so now immediately towards B Street. Shane finds opening first blood into Ari. That's actually a really nice angle. The BAR down the middle of the road. And so now all of a sudden, the bomb, which actually is being carried by Tanaka. Oh, that's a nice little re-aim, little track shot there on the pine cone. No entry. Do not cross go. Do not collect $200. And this will be the bomb being planted. Tamale does find another nade, or pardon me, another knife, and that will be it. Sedated finding a very quick and easy 13-1, and all those expectations about TAUNT potentially being a sleeper, well, they're not quite there, not yet.
I believe they're actually asleep. For that match, that's unlucky. Ari really not finding his groove coming into this match, only with 2 frags. But you see Seth as the knight in shining armor for Sedated, coming with 17 frags, top fragger for their team. That map really just came down to total map control. I think Sedated just was able on the defensive side to even be aggressive on the defensive side, which you don't usually want to see, but they took so much map control, and I really think that TAUNT just respected them a little too much on the side of map control.
I 100% agree. I mean, you just have to essentially just take off all the holds and just dive straight in and try to make something happen. And, you know, if there is one takeaway, I think, for TAUNT when it comes to their allied approach, again, we didn't get to see them play much allies in their previous match against Washed Up because Liberation was very one-sided for them defensively. But when it comes down to your allied attack, you need to find some execution calls. You need to set up some go calls. You need to find the smokes and when to go and how to isolate out different corners of the areas that you're trying to push into, because honestly, they felt a little sporadic. And like you mentioned, just, I mean, yeah, all the respect was, I think, merited to Sedated because this team is pretty nutty. But at the same point, you have to make a play. You can't just sit back and hope that something happens in your favor, because Sedated will not let that happen.
No, and like you said earlier in the match, you know, if they continue to let that snowball just keep gaining momentum, it was just eventually going to end up in one big crash, and it ended with a scoreline of 13-1, and that was very, very evident in them just allowing it to, like you said, snowball out of control.
Indeed it is, but that will be round number 2 again, best of 1 series here in the North American Quick Cup. We're going to step away while we get round 3 about ready to go. I'm not sure how long about that's going to be, as that again was a very quick match. So we'll try to get into another match as soon as possible. But while we're away again, our prize pool is supported by Matcherino, and you can help donate to it by just typing in !boost. Pardon me, not bonus. I said bonus before. !boost. We'll get you a free entry and a free coupon code for 50 cents, and any other donations are on your will. So while we're away, make sure you head over to Matcherino and help out the prize pool. But until then, we'll be back in just a bit.